Hi, I'm Tracy. I am going to be sharing with you today some tips for better physical health. Um, I wasn't quite sure where to go with this, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of share with you some things that I've done that have worked for me. Just to give you a little background, I'm not live with you today because I have a full time job in addition to being a color street stylist. And I work in insurance, and I don't know if any of you insurance people are out there, but it is absolutely insane this time of year. So I am working lots of hours, and so this is kind of where my lifestyle has come in because I had to figure out how to squeeze things in with not a lot of time for meal prep and not a lot of time to go to the gym, things like that. So, first and foremost, let's talk about physical activity just because I feel like that's a little bit easier for me to talk about. So, if you have a gym membership, what I found really helped was to go to the gym over lunch. Okay. But I know many of us don't have gym memberships, or maybe you don't have time to get to the gym. Like I have one, but I don't have time to get to the gym anymore this time of year. And so, one thing I love to do is go to Pinterest and download workouts. And there are like 20-minute workouts you can do from home. And a lot of them kind of incorporate like strength training and cardio, I guess. So like and you can just go on Pinterest. There's not any one that I love more than other, but there's tons of home workout ones. So there'll be like little circuits, like do 15 jumping jacks and then 15 squats and 15 sit-ups, and then you just kind of go like that, and you do it like 3 times, and that's your 20 minutes. That's one thing that I really try to make a priority. Like I say, I haven't been doing great about it this time of year with Christmas and everything, but on a normal day, I like to do that. And then the other great thing is I do my cardio in spurts because I don't know about you guys, but I loathe getting on a treadmill for like 30 minutes and thinking, oh God, like I have to endure this for 30 minutes. So what I like to do is do mine in chunks of time. So like I'll do like 10 minutes in the morning, like on a morning break, 10 minutes at lunch, and 10 minutes on an afternoon break. And the really nice thing is if you do it in chunks of time like that over your lunch break, things like that, like you don't even have to take time out of your real life because you can do it while you're while you're in your work day, so you're not taking time away from your family. So Pinterest is your best friend when it comes to workouts. Look those up. Okay, so then I'm going to show you some like simple swaps that I have made, and I'll kind of give you an idea of where I get this stuff from. um, I'm just going to tell you, I'm a foodie, and not a foodie in the sense of I'm picky. I'm a foodie in the sense of I love food, any food and all food. And I don't know, have some sort of like undiagnosed sugar addiction because you guys, if I like Christmas cookies, I made those on Christmas Eve and it was real bad for like 2 days till them suckers were gone. So I kind of suffer with that, and it's like once I start going, I can't stop. So, and I'm kind of like that too with other things like chips and queso, things like that. So I have learned that about myself. And so when I'm at home, like on a day to day, I try to swap things, or I just try to stay away from things altogether. But in order to not feel deprived, I've made some swaps, and then that way I can get those things in. And I just literally pulled this stuff out of my pantry. So some of it's open. So just disregard that. But okay, so one thing that I love is these French style green beans. I use these instead of noodles. So, and I know there's zucchini noodles too. Zucchini noodles are nice, but they're kind of pricey, and you can make them yourself, but it's a little bit time consuming. So if you're in a crunch, I will use these in place of noodles. So like things I've used this with is like spaghetti. I've used it with like chicken parmesan, things where I have like some sauce that kind of go on the beans when they're small like this, they don't have like as much flavor, I don't feel like, as the big ones, but that sauce will kind of absorb the flavor. So that's one thing that I love to do, and I do it a lot. And then here, I'm going to pull this one out because this one's kind of in a huge box. Crackers. These are from Costco. That's the huge box. But and I've seen these too at like Aldi's, but these are almond flour crackers. The nice thing about this is almond doesn't have I don't know that. Yeah, they're gluten free. And I don't know that I have a problem with gluten, but I'll tell you, when I eat a lot of crackers, I get a stomach ache. So I think that just having like that, not that, what is that, like the enriched flour or whatever, that helps my intestines, my guts, whatever you want to call it. Another thing that I swap out, and these are open, so sorry, is cauliflower tortilla chips. I get these at Aldi's. They're pretty good, actually. And again, I feel like they're more dense than your regular chips. So when I eat these, and like I say, I'm a foodie, I don't want to eat as much because they're thicker, and I guess they're more filling. I mean, they have a lot more, well, I guess they don't have a lot more protein, but they're just different because they're cauliflower. So they still taste like tortilla chips, but they're not like that. I don't know. They're not like that thin, like never fill you up type thing. Another thing that I love is keto bread. So that was one thing when like all this low carb and keto, I'm not really keto and I'm not really low carb. I just make these swaps because it makes me feel better and it's also healthier. But like a slice of this, for instance, is 40 calories. And it's got like 4 grams of protein. So it's pretty good for a slice of bread. But this, I'm trying to think, I think I got this at Costco. But I know I've seen buns, like hamburger buns that are keto at Walmart. And I'm not sure about loaves of bread, but I'm sure like some of those higher end stores, like your, what do they call those? Like Whole Foods, places like that. They probably have things like this. But Costco is really, I find a lot of stuff at Costco and a lot of stuff at Aldi's actually. Okay, next swap is cauliflower rice. If you've not had this kind before in the pouches, I feel like it tastes better than the frozen kind. So I'm trying to think. I think I got this at probably Costco, but I know I've seen it at Target before too. But this is really good. Like if you're doing your spaghetti, you can put it on this. Again, I personally like to have some sort of sauce with it or like some sort of meat on it or something like that, just to have like eat it like, you would eat like rice. I don't know that it'd be that good because it doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. So as long as you have some sort of seasoning to kind of flavor it up, it's pretty good. Okay, this is the next swap that I make is these carb balance tortillas. Again, that way I can have tacos on occasion, but I'm not eating all those carbs and all the refined flours and things like that. Again, these are pretty high in fiber, so 15 grams of fiber, 5 grams of protein, so that stuff that kind of fills you up more than just like that white bread, white tortilla type flour. This is kind of a new find that I found. And I've seen these, not this brand necessarily, but this came from Costco. But I've seen at like Target, there's a brand called Kodiak, and it's like high protein. But these aren't bad they're not exactly like pancakes. And I'm kind of a pancake snob. But these are good with syrup. And the syrup that I like, again, all the stuff came out of my pantry, so this is mostly gone, but it's sugar-free. This is just the Target brand, but I've used like the Walmart brand. I've used, any brand of sugar-free. It doesn't really matter. But I will tell you, even like at a normal restaurant, if I go to have pancakes, I can't do sugar syrup anymore. It's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever switched from like regular Coke to Diet Coke, or if you drink like Diet Coke now and you like drink a regular Coke, it just doesn't taste right. So I'm kind of like that with syrup now. Like I need that no sugar. It still tastes good. It's really good. It just doesn't have all that added sugar and stuff to make you feel like that weighted down and your mouth coated and all that kind of icky stuff. Another thing that I have kind of fallen in love with is this skinny syrup. You can get this at, where do I get these? TJ Maxx, Home Goods. It's kind of weird the places that you find them. I've never seen them in Walmart. I've never seen them in Target. I've seen it on Amazon, but it's really expensive at Amazon. On Amazon, I think at like Home Goods is the last place I got it. These are like $3.99 or something. They're really cheap and they're super sweet. They don't have any calories though. So what I do, instead of putting like creamer and Splenda in my coffee, I put like I couldn't even tell you, like maybe a tablespoon of this, but it is super duper concentrated. So if you've not tried this before, and if you go to try it, bear on the side of like very light, and then add to it if you need to, because if you put too much, you're going to be dumping that coffee and starting over, because it is super concentrated. But again, it's no calories, no carbs, like it's all like zero. Everything's like zero except for sodium. But that's a really good swap, and I drink a ton of coffee every day, so that's kind of a lifesaver for me. And then the last thing I have, so these are just kind of healthy tips, nothing like earth shattering or anything. It's just kind of simple swaps. So when I'm like at the store and stuff, I just kind of look and see, okay, that's a new thing, and what can I swap it for? So that's kind of how I do mine. Okay, so my last tip to you guys, because I will tell you, I like a little cocktail every now and then. I'll be real with you. And I love wine. I love it. But again, it's loaded with like sugar and stuff like that just kind of, it makes you kind of feel icky after if you drink too much. So this is my swap for my wine is White Claw. And I can just like have one of these, and these are 100 calories, hardly any carbs, but I can have that, and then like don't drink too many because you'll still feel bad the next day, but you can have like one and have kind of that same like effect as having your glass of wine, and then not have to feel guilty about it. So those are all my tips. Thank you for listening. And then I will tell you to get credit for this video, I guess. Gosh, I don't know. Drop a tip down in the comments of like something that you found to swap. Why don't we share the love? And so either like a way that you get your workout in, or something that you like to swap, an easy substitution type thing, and we'll share the love with the rest of the group here. So thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you got something out of this. So talk to you later. Bye.